Well, welcome to the what will be the fourth River Thoughts podcast. Peter and I have been waffling for 3 sessions, and you may have heard them by now. But this is the one where we're going to do it as a bit of a group with 4 of us chatting about a topic. And so I've got to just welcome some newbies. So I just want to introduce, if you don't know this guy, he joins us in the pub quite often on a Wednesday night. But more importantly, he is a town councillor. So welcome, Reese, to this podcast. And Anne Eaton is part of a small group that I think I've known Anne for about 5 years now.
Must be.
I'm going to try and be the agent provocateur of a discussion here, but I can imagine that these two could easily provoke just as much. And this guy over here, if you haven't heard him already, Peter Newing, is definitely provocative when he wants to be, and also is part of the pub group. So this is River Thoughts Part 4 of the longer ones that we're doing, and the topic we've picked for this one is food. So I think I'm just going to get stuck in, because part of the reason we started thinking about food was because Peter over here said, when I was trying to say things about the environment and how to look after ourselves and the planet, he insisted on saying at one point, but I still love burgers. So I thought, well, we've got to have a topic on food just to handle that comment, if nothing else. So I want to float a question to you just at the start. And this is a question in a normal sense about food with nothing theological put into it, okay? But I am going to kind of bring in, if I can, because I have faith, I'm going to try and bring in something about what God might think about our attitude to food. But in order to get it going, we need to find out where we're at with food. So I would love you to say something about your attitude to food. Do you kind of eat because you have to or because you love it? When do you eat? What time of day? Is there a particular place you love eating? Do you like eating with others, or do you prefer sitting, having a breakfast on your own for a bit of peace and quiet? Reese, any thoughts on how you approach the topic of food? And the others, please just chip in here.
Yeah, so to answer one of the first points in there, I do love eating food, not
Right.
just because I have to eat
Have you got
it.
a favourite one like him?
I love curries actually. Yeah, I think.
And would it be veggie curries?
Yeah, it would for me. Yeah.
Okay. Come on,
Are you a
folks,
veggie
tell-
then?
Go on.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't eat any meat whatsoever?
No, well, I'm pescatarian.
Oh no.
So,
What does that mean?
I eat some fish occasionally.
Right.
I don't eat animals that are raised on land.
Oh. Right.
Have you got any objections morally to why you don't eat animals, or is it just something else?
Yeah, I mean,
question.
I think, that is a good question. I think that can be unpacked into several parts.
Yeah,
I mean,
go on
I
then.
think, there is the obvious welfare of the animals themselves. That's a moral issue, in how they're raised in most circumstances. Some are raised in better conditions than what you find in the supermarket, but most supermarket meat is fairly
So do you?
substandard.
I mean,
But-
the others might ask the same thing, but do you not eat meat because you don't like meat, or because of those reasons?
It's a mix of the two actually. I mean, I don't really want to eat meat in the sense of I don't really. I mean, I used to eat meat, but I kind of went off it.
Okay.
But there is a moral argument as well. And the other point, the important one, is the environmental impact as well.
Well, we might come
Which
back
is-
to that one. in a
yeah,
minute. Let's not
yeah.
jump too
Mm.
far.
I'll
Yeah.
jump the gun there.
So, Burger Man, what do you think of this?
I think it's very commendable.
For other people.
Yeah. I think I like to live in the land of hypocrisy. So I eat meat, even if I don't like killing animals. And then because in today's world, I'm so disassociated from the process that makes the meat and eating the meat, I don't see it as an animal. I just see it as food.
I think most people experience that.
Yeah.
That cognitive dissonance.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about the topic of food then?
Oh, well, I love food. As you can see, I love food. But I don't eat meat. But I don't eat meat because I don't like it.
Hang on a minute. I thought you ate chicken.
I eat chicken. I don't call chicken meat. That's poultry. I call meat beef and lamb.
Interesting.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I mean, I can see what you mean. Okay, that's interesting. So you would actually
to me,
call
that's an animal, but chicken is...
Do you,
bird.
I mean, given Reese's point, I mean, this is not getting into well, it could be. You could argue there's theology in this, but do you eat it no matter where it comes from?
Yeah, sorry, I do.
No, I'm just, there's no sorry needed.
I only eat chicken, though. I don't like chicken and turkey. I don't like pheasant and all that. I don't like game because it's... I don't like red meat. I don't like lamb. I don't like pork. I don't eat...
So would you say game is meat?
It's meat. It tastes... Yeah, I know, but it's got like a meat... No, it's just... I'm funny with smell. For me, food is the smell. But I'll eat fish. I'll eat any fish. I love all fish. But meat, I don't like...
But you do eat a lot of veg, don't you?
I eat
mean,
a
you
lot
are
of
akin
veg.
to
Oh,
Reese in
yes.
lots of ways.
I eat lots of veg.
Peter, you want to say anything
Yeah.
into this? Because, you know, you've said already,
Well,
you don't, because you're disassociated from...
yeah, going
the kinda-
back to your question, it's a mixture for me. I eat meat, not meat. I eat food because I enjoy it. But sometimes it can be a challenge preparing a meal. Like, for example, I used to not look forward to the day before going to college because I'd have to make a sandwich in the evening. That's quite a tall order.
Because you didn't know what to put in it, or you didn't know how to do it?
No, I knew how to do it, but it's like a 5-minute bit of effort, isn't it?
So should we be doing something on whether we should be putting effort into things in another podcast, Peter?
I do like home cooked food, I must say.
Okay.
Cooked by
that's
somebody else.
Yeah.
So you do like it you prefer it if somebody's actually made it from basic
Yeah,
ingredients?
like
rather
ready
than-
meals is a bit grim. I've lived on ready meals for like a whole week when I'm by myself, and you miss out on.
So what about where you eat and when you eat and who you eat with? Any thoughts on any of that?
I prefer to eat with company, even just one other person.
Yeah.
I think if you're on your own, you become a lazy eater. Whereas if you've got somebody else, you'll put a bit of effort. I suppose because I cook, you put a bit of effort into it. I like that.
Yeah.
I always eat to the table. I don't like eating on my knee.
Yeah.
I can't understand why anybody would want...
See,
Treat
Anne and I,
Emily.
when we're just on our own, we'll quite often be the TV dinner
No, I don't.
people. It depends. Sometimes we don't, but sometimes we do. Yeah, so interesting.
No,
I mean, I love eating, not doing that, but usually when there's a bigger group of people, we tend to do that.
No, I always eat. Even on my own, I eat to the table.
Okay.
I eat at the table. I like eating. Although when there's a sporting event on, you can't reschedule. You can't say, "Wait a minute, Premier League. I'm eating my food."
You could
so
press
can you
the
take
pause button on
You press the
iPlayer.
No,
pause-
it has
You
to be
can put
live.
the pause button on the food,
No,
or do you have to eat a certain time of day? I don't have to eat. A certain
it doesn't happen very often, but sometimes I eat in front of the sport.
Right.
Um,
There's no right or wrong here.
But I definitely think eating with company is good. I think growing up, having like a family meal is quite a good thing, rather because I've heard people, like I'm gaming with people sometimes, and their parents bring them a meal to eat in front of their game, and they're not even eating with their, as a family, and it's not really what part of eating could be sharing it.
So, as a person of faith, but just throwing this out, do you think if you do believe in God, do you think people who do are going to think, well, there's a better way of doing things in certain situations than others? Do you think there's any perspective there that maybe times we fall short. I mean, I just think back, for example, your comment about eating on our own. I used to prefer breakfast. I still, to some extent, prefer breakfast on my own. Unless I'm out with friends staying somewhere, I am a bit of a loner first thing in the morning because I'm more of a night owl than a lark. And so, especially if I'd had a heavy night the night before, when I was younger, I was pretty antisocial till about 10:30 in the morning. So for me, the initial bit of food of the day that I'd eat would often be like that. And that's completely in contrast, Anne, to what you've just said.
I mean, I am also not very good in the mornings. I'm not very sociable in the mornings because I'm not a morning person. But I still...
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm on my own, I'll eat breakfast on my own.
Yeah.
Obviously, I haven't got children, I've got a family. But if Philip's here, we eat breakfast together. We usually chat. But by breakfast, I've usually woken up. So I usually wait about an hour before I eat. So I've woken up then, and then we chat over food. I think it's nice to sit to the table and chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is nice to be around others.
What about you,
in a
Reece? Have
kind
you
of-
got like a certain time of the day you eat?
No.
Sorry, Tongue, I've taken over your...
No, I think you should. That's what I want you to
Time
do.
of day, no, I'm not particularly fussy about it. Actually, I'm not overly fussy where I eat either. I'll just eat wherever, whenever.
So you like eating and you like eating. Well, I think we all like eating.
Though I must
But
say...
I do like the idea of the communal meal. That is.
I must say, when I worked, I was driving from one place to another, I did quite often eat in the car because I never had any option.
Oh, right, yeah.
That was...
You just had to.
I had to because
Yeah.
there might be
Give
like...
you the energy for the next bit of the day.
Well, yeah, so it might be coming up to, say, I don't know, lunchtime, and then I knew I wouldn't get the opportunity to sit and eat until evening, so I would eat in the car. But I usually find somewhere, because it just made me think, you see, find somewhere nice with something to look at.
Yeah,
Park
okay.
the car.
Good point.
Even a lay-by that
Yeah.
had, like, trees, I would try, not all the time, but occasionally, so I could have something to look at. And that would also have that, and then that would give you, like, sort of focus my brain maybe on a tree or something for the rest of the day.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think
Good
the
thinking.
Lord's hand is in that because he's got you
Yeah.
looking at his creation to help you.
So have
I've gotten used to
what
do
about, have your taste changed over time?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like different things as you...
Yeah, well, going back to what I was saying before, I did used to eat meat.
Mate? And did you like it then?
I did at one time, yeah.
Craving for bacon?
No, bacon is it's always, bacon and pork is what I always could have, done without that.
Oh,
to be
right,
honest, I was more.
But you did, yeah. So your tastes have
other-
changed.
Yeah, but it's changed to the point that I don't eat meat other than the fish.
What is it about bacon that people crave?
Well, quite a lot do.
They do.
But then it's also true of smelling bread, isn't it? It's a smell thing that you mentioned earlier on.
Oh, bread.
And the reason I'm talking about all these things in a way is because there's something here about. I mean, I like a play on words. I mentioned it to Reece yesterday. God and good, devil and evil, just one letter different, and feast and fast. And there's only one letter different between a feast and a fast, both of which actually are very biblical. I mean, there's a lot of examples of feasting in the Bible. I mean, the book of Esther starts with a whole chapter about a feast. I'm not going to unpack that, but for now. But I mean, there's lots of situations where they sat down for meals. Jesus went and invited himself to somebody's house and they ate, and all of that kind of thing. There's a kind of feast thing, but there's also comments like there will be times when you should not be living it up. There's good time for celebrations, good time for not, and in a way we're talking a little bit around. Well, I love eating with people, but do you have any kind of? I mean, you might not have even thought of this. Is there any kind of ethical framework? You've mentioned one right at the start about meat eating. But is there any ethical framework in any way to the shape in which, or way in which you eat? Or do you not consider it?
So there's how you eat we've been discussing
go on.
with people. You might think it's good to eat with people, but then there's also ethics for what you're eating. Like some might insist that you have locally sourced food to save on carbon footprint and things like that.
Do you consider that or not?
No.
No? Well, so you understand that, but it's not a big deal for you.
Yeah, I'm more worried about, getting all the nutrients and
Okay.
vitamins and fibre and everything.
So let me bring in a bit of theology there, Peter. So God would say, well, don't worry about what you eat or what you wear. I can provide food and clothing and, the plants of the field, and I'll dress them accordingly and so on. It's, I think, in Matthew 6 in the Sermon on the Mount. So do you worry about what you eat, or do you just try and make sure that you've got the right nutrients because you think it's the right thing to do?
Yeah, I'm more like, in terms of food, I'm quite self-centered. I don't see it as an ethical thing. I just think, I'm hungry, I'll eat this. I want to be healthy, I'll eat this. Like, for example, I've run out of chocolate for Easter, so
Easter's finished.
I know, but it's hard times. Like, the last Cadbury's cream egg has been eaten, and because of my health, I don't go on Amazon and order a packet of 48 Cadbury's cream eggs, because that's not good for my weight and my health. So I'm very reserved. So now that I've run out of chocolate, I'm going to stop because it's good for me. So I see food as being about health and, fuel to keep you going, I think. But I guess
that is the way we should view food, really.
Yeah.
We should really only eat to live and not live to eat.
Yeah.
We should, really.
Wait.
Go on, unpack them why.
Well, but you should eat to live, because you shouldn't really do it to excess. You shouldn't really do anything to excess. That's not the Lord's way, is it? You don't eat to excess.
So you don't feast.
No. Maybe occasionally, but not all the time.
But does a feast mean excess?
No, it doesn't. A feast is a festival. I always associate feast with festival, not necessarily gorging yourself with food. Yeah. It's a festival where you perhaps do a little bit more special food, and you do it with lots of different people. That's how I see that. I don't see that as excess. I don't eat to live. I live to eat. I just eat more than I should, but I enjoy it.
What do others? Come on, Anne said that. What, live to eat or eat to live? And how do you see what's just been shared there?
I think when you're preparing the food, you're in the frame mind of, okay, the right way around. You're eating to live because you think, I'm hungry, I need something. But depending on what you eat, you can enjoy what you're eating. So it might be both. It might be, living to eat and eating to live. But I don't know which way.
Any thoughts on this one, Reese?
Well, I mean, basically, Anne is right. It's we require food to live, and it's part of a biological process. And many hundreds of thousands of years ago, when we were hunter-gatherers, we didn't feast at all. We just ate whatever we could find to stay alive.
Absolutely.
Times have changed, obviously.
Yeah, they have. But they haven't changed necessarily for everyone in this world of ours.
No.
So we could come back to that. I think what I'm going to do, I'm conscious that we've introduced the topic. And the one thing, well, for me, I've found is that when I've been in groups, whether it be in the pub or whether, because we had one night in the pub where we spent quite a lot of time talking about local fish and chips. I don't know if you were there for that one or not, but I think you were. And but even in our group, man, we talk, quite a lot about the food we're eating or about food in general. Somehow it comes up. You either do food or you do health, or there are topics, aren't there? So we've gone a little bit around the houses there, not entirely, with a little bit of input from. I just think it would be good to stop this one now, but these guys are here, so I think we're going to do a part 2, and we'll keep talking now, and I'll chuck something else in the pot in a minute. So I'm going to get Peter to stop this one and say see you next time, and then we'll start another one in a minute, Peter.
Thank you.